Hello, hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Jaws of Hakkon. In the last episode, we followed Grandin's trail, and we found him in this nice little murder cave with a bunch of dead bodies. Isn't that lovely? Yes, we found him. It turned out he was being possessed by a rage demon. Now, this wasn't a hostile possession. They seemed pretty in sync. However, the rage demon was never gonna allow Grandin to grow from this experience. He was never gonna be able to come to terms with Jace's death whilst he was still being fueled by anger. And as he wouldn't release the spirits, unfortunately we had to kill him. It is a very sad turn of events. We need to report into Harding. However, whilst I'm up here, we do have an ocular and we have whatever this is, and I'm also interested in grabbing this camp. That way I can, I can just teleport back up here when I want to. So let's go see what that is. Oh, pardon me, people. Pardon me. So much death. So much death. Hello. You're right. Oh. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe I'm seeing things. That would explain it. Oh, hello? You're right. Oh, there are guys. Okay, hello there.
Your worship?
Yeah, stay safe. Please don't hurt the Tuskets. They mean no harm. Ooh. Hello? You're right.
No. I cannot have guests, lowlanders, even those who don't hail from the hold.
Okay.
Who are you, and why are you out here?
If I tell you, will you leave me be?
There's a first time for everything.
I am Sigrid Gulsdotten, Augur's apprentice. I exiled myself from Stonebear Hold.
You exiled yourself?
Aye, I did. And my tongue will say no more on that.
Okay. Fair dues, if you won't say anything. Oh, Blackwell, what are you doing? Get out of the fire! Don't be down. Cowl, not you! God, everyone wants to play silly buggers today. All right, then. What I was going to say, if you won't tell me more about it, then I'm sure your Augur will. And you don't have anything hidden round the back of your house. Okay, I just had to check. And don't mind if I do. Okay, there's one. Again, let's go from left to right. Come out wherever you are, little shards. Please come out. Please come out. I need you guys. Oh, there's two. Oh, three. Just one left. Okay, and there's the boundary. Where you at? Gotta be somewhere around here. No. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Where does that... Okay. One right by the camp. By both camps. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, that we can grab this camp, grab that shard, head up to there, teleport down here, and then just teleport down to the south. Yeah. Yeah, I think for today's episode, what I'm planning... Oh, hello there. I don't really have any quests in particular that I'm like, oh yeah, this one. This one, absolutely. I'm just kind of content to go with the flow. I am thinking of maybe focusing in on, I think it's called Jawbreaker, going along the river, sorting that out. Oh, don't mind if I do. Thank you kindly. Can I jump? Yes! Oh, oh. Oh, it's... Oh, sack that. Sack that. I just want to unlock the camp. I just want to grab this, please. I do love all the treetop camps. I think they're so cool. Because they could have gone with something really bog standard. Oh yeah, we've got all of these camps on the jungle floor. Ho-hum. I love that they went to the little added detail of... Pardon me, people. Thank you. Of putting them in the treetops. What's down here? Come on, Aenor. There we go. Hello? Oh, there we go. Ameridan and the Mage. Soft, fade-touched light in dreamlit tones falls dark. Each form a memory recalled through parted lips that try to speak fall silent. Before light marks the dawn from sleeping fingers, she slips into the day where averted eyes bend to any but the other. Oaths sworn to lion's call, yet here the two are broken. As waxing sickle stands witness to the end of... let's try that again. As waxing sickle stands witness to the end of love's denial and secrets born, from parted lips the words at last are spoken. From Ameridan and the Mage, author unknown. This overly romantic portrait of illicit meetings between a mage and her lover was written sometime in the Divine Age. Though likely penned after Ameridan's disappearance, the work was said to be inspired by tales and rumours of the former Inquisitor's Lady Mage. By the Second Age, Chantry scholars had largely concluded that the piece did not refer to Ameridan at all, but to another man altogether. These scholars claim the poem's title was a later addition, meant to discredit the last Inquisitor's reputation. The poem was later deemed problematic and relegated to a list of banned works. From an examination of banned text, author undisclosed. Yeah, it has come up multiple times that there are rumours that Ameridan had some kind of mage lover, and she's been covered up by the Chantry. All I can think of is, if you have to say a bunch of times, oh, it's a rumour, it totally didn't happen. Totally didn't happen. No. If you have to keep saying that, then it probably did happen. Messages left at the outpost. This looks like a bundle of notes used by Inquisition soldiers to leave messages for each other. The most recent entries date from a few days before the Inquisition arrived in the valley. Is the lead scout back? I wanted her thoughts on which pass we should use to send for supplies. Quartermaster Pendleton. You'll have to wait. We're sending for some scholar from Orlais. Harding is leading his party here so they can get settled and working before the Inquisitor arrives. Scout Charvis. Any word yet? Scout Selvar. She's in the main camp. Scout Harding's watching over her new charge, Professor Kenrick. Talky, but he seems a nice sort. Apparently had an adventure getting to the basin, though. Scout Charvis. Don't tease, Charvis. What happened? Quartermaster Pendleton. Apparently, Harding had to save the Professor and his assistant from a small spot of trouble with some bandits, and from being chased down by a hungry wyvern, and from falling off a ledge while reading a book. Scout Charvis. You made that last one up. Scout Selvar. Spoke with Harding. I take it back. Scout Avvar. Flippin' heck, Kenrick. Flippin' heck, look where you're going. You can't... I get it. I get it. I love books too, but you can't be... Like, Aenor would not risk reading a book up on these ramparts. Oh, hell no. You'd fall to your death. Arboreal Fort. A report from Agent Charter, received by the Inquisition's advisors and carrying their notes to each other on the matter. Sheer cliffs and steep drops present obstacles to speedy travel within the basin. As a temporary measure, rope ladders are being constructed and placed at strategic points chosen by Scout Harding. Continued presence in this area will require a permanent solution. Please advise. Charts and topographical information provided for your perusal. Charter. A series of comments follow. Flatten the area? Colin, of course. Colin, the most straightforward approach. Let's just flatten the entire area. Why not? It's not like there are people and animals living there. Fuck them. Of course, the commander suggests hitting the hills until they forget their hills. Liliana. We could look into getting the soldiers to cut steps into the cliffs or construct structures with some form of verticality. Scaffolding, perhaps. Josephine. I was joking. Meanwhile, have you threatened to cut out anyone's tongue today? Cullen. Thinking about it right now. Liliana. The roofer, Berinal, was talking to the foreman about drawing up plans for additions to Skyhold. Covered platforms connected with spiral staircases and suspended catwalks. We could apply this idea to the Frostback Basin. Josephine. I was there. Wasn't Berinal drunk? Cullen. He didn't draw up the plans while drunk, I'm sure. We could have an engineer or Dagner look over them to see if they're structurally sound. Josephine. An engineer, yes. Dagner, no. We don't need our outpost to be half in, half out of the Fade, or be able to sing the Chant of Light, or whatever it is she's working on right now. Liliana. Nice. And... oh, flipping it, does this go across the entire thing? Oh, flipping heck. That's cool, lovely. I'm very close to this, however, I said I was going to start heading down. Yeah, we can always just fast travel back to this camp. So yeah, let's set these as active. Oh, come on, pardon me, people. God, I would not feel comfortable using these walkways. I have a horrific fear of heights. And this, it just... oh, the fact that they're all suspended, the fact that they don't have railings going across the entire length. I'm just like, no thank you. No thank you. Actually, it'd probably be easier. Yeah. Where does the lift bring us out? Come on, let's... Is this a lift? Oh! Well, pardon me, I'm very sorry. There's the lift. Okay. And yeah, we can just head back through that gorge-looking thing. Oh God, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. God, Grandin, he really left a trail of destruction behind. It is, it's just so sad. It's just so sad what happened to Jace, and oh God. You know, it was understandable. It was understandable, excuse me, for him to be angry, but he was just too angry. That's the problem. Now then, where are you? Come on. Up on there. Okie doke. how do we get up there? That's the question. Oh, okay, that looks promising. No, I don't care. I just want to collect a shard. How dare you? Take that. How dare you interrupt me? And you didn't even drop anything. What a hoe. What a hoe-ass spider. I am offended. Where would that be? Where is that? Okay, just down this way? We're in the area. We might as well collect it. I do need to go back to Skyhold. During today's recording session, everyone's reported in. We should have even more war table missions to get to. And I don't want to let them kind of build up to the point where, you know, I've completed the DLC, but I've got like 10 war table missions. Where? We're right there. Okay, can we... Okay. And, oh, it levitates. And there we go. We can unlock the door, wherever it may be. Okay, right up there, okay. We'll get to that when we get to it. Now then, Harding, I have some bad news, I'm afraid.
Have you seen the plans for the new camps? Tree houses. It all sounds awful and precarious.
Oh, madam, are you afraid of heights?
Don't you like the idea of tree houses?
It's a good idea, in theory. Up where the wild animals can't get us. But having solid ground so far, far below me with nothing but air in between us is just...
Now here's the thing. Is Aenor afraid of heights? Oh. Here's the thing, she grew up in the wilderness. I can see her as a child climbing trees and doing all sorts of things, so I don't necessarily think she'd be afraid of heights.
Who would have thought? Scout Harding afraid of heights?
Me? No. No. I'm not afraid. Who's afraid? No one's afraid. I love being up high. Lovely views, fresh air, birds flying at my head. Yeah. I'm a little uncomfortable with heights. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, that's... Aenor may not be with you, but I am. Fuck being up high. I'm meant to be on the ground. If I was meant to be in the air, I would have been born with wings. I am a ground mammal.
I've news about Scout Grandin.
Maker. Don't tell me. He's dead, isn't he?
Yes. I mean, we were the one who killed him, but... Like, maybe we leave that out. Maybe we leave out the part about him being possessed and all that.
Yes, he is dead.
Another one gone. Just like that. Never get used to it, do you? Maker. I'll miss him. The boy was great company. Terrible jokes, but that was a part of his charm. You know?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I should go.
Goodbye then.
Oh dear. God, yeah, I think we should just leave out, you know, everything about him being possessed. It's not necessary information. All that matters is that he tried to get justice for Jace by going up against the Hakkonites and he died. That's really all that matters. Everything else is just... It wouldn't do anything besides cause pain. Now, I'm just thinking about which of my characters would be afraid of heights. I mean, we know that Aenor doesn't particularly like undead. She said that to Harding in he is in here, right? Yeah. And it was you. Yeah, you'd imagine we'd have to speak to the Thane. Oh, from someone. Did I say the Thane? I meant the Augur, because she said that she was his apprentice. Let me just finish off my thought. I mean, we know that Aenor clearly doesn't like spiders because the Fearlings appear as spiders, and it's mentioned in the Fade that they appear as different things to different people. For someone, they look like snakes. For someone else, they look like a pile of worms. So we know Aenor must have a fear of spiders, and she also doesn't particularly like the undead. I think my Kadash, I doubt she'd like being up high, and I don't think my Trevelyan would like being up high either. They were both raised in cities, not really doing things like climbing trees as children. But my Adar and my Lavellen, I think they'd probably be alright with heights, you know.
Be welcome.
I met a mage in the woods who said she used to be an Augur's apprentice.
Sigrid Goldstotten. She left the hold when I told her she must release her teacher.
Aren't you her teacher?
She might have heeded me if I were. Or perhaps not. It's time the spirit in her was free.
She's possessed, and you do nothing.
Every mage in the hold is made one with the gods until they're strong enough. I thought Sigrid strong enough. Exile was her own notion.
We've gone from dealing with one abomination to another. Flipping heck.
Why did Sigrid go into exile?
Sigrid built an altar by the shore for her rite of thanksgiving, a ritual to part her from her teacher. Sigrid claims her offering was spurned by the gods. The spirit remains with her, and she's taken to exile.
Okay, can we ask questions about this?
I'd like to ask something.
Then ask.
You let spirits possess your mages on purpose.
What better teacher than one woven from magic? The spirits in the hold have helped us in this way for hundreds of years. Once a mage masters their powers, their teacher departs, duty ended. Unless the mage is weak.
And what happens to weak mages?
What happens to these weak mages?
Their teachers stay with them, and the other gods watch them both, so neither soul turns sick. If one does sicken, or the mage stands in risk of harming the hold, one day, they do not wake in their bed. It is very sad. It is what must be done.
You give them every chance. Spirits, watchful, wary, waiting until you're both sure. It's always cold in the hut then.
Who is this one? He is blood and bone, but there are bonds about his form.
Yes, I am compassion. I know that now. I want to be here.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I should be off.
Farewell.
Okie doke. So yeah, let's go have a little bit of an explore around this ritual site. Here's the thing, this is an interesting one because this is part of their culture. He said every mage in the hold gets kind of paired up with a spirit, which means he was at one point, and he is not an abomination, he is not a danger. You know, they are watched and this, that, and the other. I think this would make her feel a little bit guilty about Grandin, but it's...
Perhaps we should search about a bit.
Indeed we should. I'm just trying to figure out a way to get down. There we go.
This is the place the Augur said that mage Sigrid tried and failed to release her spirit. It looks like the tools for her ritual are still here.
When in doubt, just drop. Why not? Take a sip. Yeah, we killed Grandin. But it was because he was clinging on to a demon of rage. And it wasn't healthy. He was never going to be able to come to terms with Jace's death because he was just going to keep being fueled by anger. That type of anger never ends. You need therapy for that. You can't... Being angry in the immediate, you know, to get you through the initial shock, sure, but years later, when Jace's family have moved on and they're trying to live their life and you're still angry, it's kind of like, oh god, what was it called? Promising Young Woman. Oh my god, I watched that film once and it was fantastic. I'd highly recommend it. I can't watch it again though, flipping heck. Oh my god, it was heartbreaking, soul-rendering. It was amazing, but it was the type of film that I'm like, I can only watch this once. There are only 2 films that's happened to me with, A Promising Young Woman and The Green Mile. I watched them both once, can't watch either of them again, but I'd still highly recommend them.
The grass is trampled down here. A fight?
No, I see tracks. An animal slept here for the night.
Probably not important then.
That looks like scorch marks.
Scorch marks? Left by magic? Maybe Sigrid never completed this ritual.
Dorian, where are you, buddy? Sir, why are you all the way over here? Sir, what are you... No wonder we could barely hear you.
It takes a lot of energy to banish a spirit.
Then why is the vial still full?
A spell that was stopped halfway, a still full vial of lyrium.
A skinned bird and a bundle of incense.
Offerings for a ritual. Why?
Good question.
Flippin' heck, I can barely hear anyone down here. Flippin' heck, the ocean is just like, no, not today. You will hear me instead. Okay, well let's go see what she has to say about all of this. It looks like she didn't complete the ritual. Now, again, I'm just like, how'd you get there? I'm lost in a high place. That's not the lift. This is the lift. There we go. And there we go. Up this way. Hello, little Tusket. Oh, you don't need to flee from me. I am a friend. I love all of the Tuskets. God, I'd be so winded having to walk up this hill. I'd be like, oh, we've got to go confront her? Nah. Nah, I'm good. She can just live a life on the mountain.
You returned.
Indeed.
The Augur told me why you're here.
That Chatterjay. What business is it of his to tell that to a lowlander?
About the ritual you were performing, Sigrid.
I had to burn a proper offering, then let my guiding spirit free. I made the offering, the gods did not accept.
Except we found your offering and it was intact.
I found a bird and incense by the altar. They weren't burnt at all.
I brought more than I needed. When I fled, I left everything.
Even the lyrium?
You would have needed to take the lyrium at the start of the ritual, not the end.
And so?
The vial I found was full.
Do you accuse me, stranger?
Hello? You're right. Oh, the Tusket's joining in. He's like, I'm here to confront her too. Okay, little Tusket. Well, me and the Tusket think you're in trouble, madam.
Perhaps it would be easier to confess what happened to a stranger than to your people.
So even a stranger senses my shame. I made no offering. I prepared. I began the spell to release the spirit here with me.
And?
I could not do it. I have no close companions in the hold, no kin. I cannot lose my only friend.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm so sorry. I know this is hard for you, but... Look at it. That's so stupid. I'm sorry. Tell me more.
You're friends with this spirit.
It has taught me with patience and kindness since I was a child. Frightened of the fire I could suddenly call down.
It loves you too. It will stay if you want it.
I know, but I was oath-sworn to release it when the time came. I do not want to lose the one who loves me.
Oh. This is... Here's the thing, it's not unnatural, it's part of their culture. I've said this before, Aenor was learning about magical theory from Solus. She was probably learning about spirits. She's very fond of Cowl. So I don't think she finds this unnatural. She finds it odd because she's never experienced anything like this before. This is a culture that is wholly unfamiliar to her, but that doesn't make it unnatural, it just makes it unfamiliar. It makes it odd or strange or whatever. This is inherently different to Grandin. I do find it interesting that I've ended up doing the Grandin quest and then the Sigrid quest, one right after the other. With Grandin, the bond between him and the spirit was one of anger. It was one of destruction. And like I said, that anger will never be sated if you never get help. That pain will never heal if you don't go to therapy and let go of that anger. And Grandin didn't have any kind of interest in that. And as such, you know, once the Hakkonites are dead, what will he do? Who will he turn his anger towards next? Oh, well, the Hakkonites were Avvar, so I'll kill all the Avvar. Like, it was just a never-ending cycle. This is a case of like, oh, this spirit is my teacher, and we formed this friendship, and I'm all alone in the hold, and I'm scared of being alone. And it's a bond of love. It's a bond where, in a way, they're making each other better. It's, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Symbiotic. It's a symbiotic relationship rather than a parasitic relationship, which is what I would call Grandin and the Rage Demons relationship. I could go for either of these because here's the thing, if the spirit didn't want to be here, it would have turned her into an abomination because she would be forcing it to do something that was against its purpose. So clearly it must, on some level, want to be here. And Cole just said, if you want it to stay, it'll stay because it loves you. Yeah, I'm drawn to this.
So how does your teacher feel about this? Does he want to stay?
He would, if I asked. The gods that teach the spirit touched are kind. I think the Augur knew. All this time, he knew I never cast the ritual. It is not right to stay in pity. I will confess to him.
That's a good idea. Or you could become my agent. Ooh. Here's the thing, there's no harm in asking. Josephine has said to Aenor, hey, try and recruit as many people as you can. Aenor may not think it's necessary, but she's been asked to ask, so, you know, we can always ask. If she says no, then she can go confess to the Augur, but, you know, or if she can come join the Inquisition if she wants.
The Inquisition could use a mage with a unique perspective. You and your spirits certainly qualify.
You want me to pledge my staff to your Inquisition? Even bound to a spirit?
Your people consider it a gift. I'm sure you can handle yourself.
It's good to have a home where you can feel yourself.
It must be punishment from the gods to serve a lowlander for my oath breaking. It fits my shame. I'll find your camps and join you.
Hey, that's kind of cute. She's like, hey, this is... Like, I exiled myself. Are you... There you go. Are you alright? You were having a moment back there, sir. Are you... Just leave it be. Just leave it be. We're at the end of the episode. Flipping it. What a weird Tusken. Just sitting there like, what happened to me? My neck. Oh, Lord. But yeah, I like that. She exiled herself, and now she's kind of joining the Inquisition as like, oh yeah, that's an appropriate punishment. I like Sigrid. I like her a lot. Okay, I'm gonna leave this episode right here. In the next one, I think I'll go back to Skyhold. I think I'll take care of some more War Table missions. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.